Everything confusing about AI, every weird failure, every overhyped headline, traces back to a handful of fundamentals that almost nobody explains. Here are the 7 things everyone gets wrong about how AI actually works. Number 1, AI doesn't read words. It reads tokens. A token is a statistical chunk of text, sometimes a whole word, sometimes a fragment, on average about 3/4 of an English word. This one detail explains half of AI's strange behavior. It's why models famously failed to count the letters in strawberry. The model never saw letters, just chunks. It's why AI pricing is per token, why long documents get cut off mid-thought, and why other languages often cost 2 to 3 times more to process. The atomic unit of AI isn't the word. It's the chunk. Number 2, AI doesn't know things. It predicts things. A language model is trained on a simple task repeated trillions of times: guess the next token. Everything it appears to know is pattern, not lookup. This is why AI hallucinates. When you ask something it can't answer, the training never rewarded saying I don't know. A fluent guess scored better than an honest shrug, so fluency won. The model sounds equally confident when it's right and when it's inventing a court case that never existed. Confidence from an AI is a style, not evidence. Number 3, your chats don't teach it anything. Correct a chatbot and it apologizes, and people assume it learned. It didn't. The model's knowledge was frozen during training, a process costing millions of dollars across months of computation. Your conversation changes nothing inside it. What feels like learning is just context. It can see earlier messages in the current chat, and when an assistant remembers you across sessions, that's a separate notes system injected back in, not an updated brain. The AI you use today is a snapshot of the past, temporarily wearing your context. Number 4, the context window is working memory, and it has a hole in the middle. Everything the model considers must fit in its context window, measured in tokens. Modern models hold entire books at once, but bigger isn't automatically better. Research keeps finding a lost in the middle effect. Models recall the start and end of a long context well, and fumble what's buried in the center, exactly like your memory of a long meeting. Where you put information matters more than how much you provide. Curation beats capacity. Number 5, chatbots answer, agents act. A chatbot gives you one response to one message. An agent pursues a goal, it searches, calls software tools, checks its own results, and retries when something fails. That loop is the breakthrough behind AI booking flights and writing working code. It's also the risk, because an AI that can act wrong. And it's why AI can suddenly do math. Language models are terrible calculators, they predict plausible-looking digits. Modern systems detect math and quietly write code or call a calculator instead. The future isn't one brain that knows everything. It's a reasoner that knows when to reach for a tool. Number 6, there are 2 kinds of AI, and the difference is who holds the weights. A model's weights are the billions of numbers that make it think. Closed models keep them secret behind an API. You rent intelligence, and it can change or vanish. Open weight models publish those numbers for anyone to download, run privately, and modify. Open models trail the frontier by mere months now, and small distilled versions run entirely on your phone, no internet required. That's why your Photos app recognizes faces offline. The likely future is a split, closed for peak capability, open everywhere else. Number 7, you can't reliably detect AI, and the tests are gamed. AI detectors guess based on how predictable your writing is, and they misfire constantly. Stanford researchers found some detectors flagged over half of essays by non-native English speakers as AI written. Real accusations, innocent people. Even OpenAI shut down its own detector for low accuracy. Benchmarks have the same problem. Public test questions leak into training data, so models ace exams they've effectively seen, then stumble on your actual work. Never trust a leaderboard. Test AI on your own hardest problems. That's the only benchmark that can't be gamed. Put these 7 together and AI stops being magic or menace and becomes what it actually is, a prediction engine with a working memory, frozen knowledge, and a growing toolkit, brilliant and flawed in ways you can now predict. If you learned something, subscribe. We post one real AI fact every single day, and the deep dives land right here. See you in the next one.